Okay, what is up, my romance and banter folks? Let me get this mic clipped on super quick. Okay, bow, back to my face, boom. Nope. Hello, monsieur? Au revoir, I don't know the French word for face, but I think we got it now, maybe. There we go, face track enabled, boom. Okay, look at this lighting, isn't that great? Look at that. What a brilliant device this thing is to be able to pick up my beautiful face in this darker lighting. I know it's not that crazy, but I'm enjoying it. I'm very, very happy with it. This is the first time that we are doing one outside of the red lights. There's some red lights back there, so I guess it still technically counts. But yeah, I just sort of wanted to try it and see what it would look like. Here's some other fun lighting. I like this spot, red, pinkish lights. Kind of wanted to just see what it would feel like just to walk around with this for a little bit and try the process. And like at first I was kind of worried that it would be like way too, not necessarily obvious, because I don't really care about being obvious that I'm filming, but sort of like I don't want to get robbed, like is really what it comes down to. And not like I have some like fear of like I'm scared of getting robbed. It's more like if I do get robbed, the process of replacing all of this stuff right now doesn't look like very straightforward. So I just want to make sure that it's something that's easy to replace, or like it's not something that's gonna make myself super obvious that I have a $500 camera in my hand, and that it's easy pickings when I'm in places where $500 is 3 months salary for some folks, right? So just sort of keeping that in mind and being aware of that and that whole process. I think I'm also very lucky that I live in an era now where this is A, not that weird to do, but also B, sort of like because of AirPods and all that stuff, it's really sort of common just to see people sort of talking to themselves. Even if I'm not necessarily talking to myself, but you guys get the point. There's sort of the idea that I can have a device in my hand and talk to it and not like just be a crazy weirdo, and 2026 is cool. Even though I do think that there's another aspect of like, this makes me a bit of an asshole to some people, and I think I'm probably one of those people, but I'm working on it, like not denigrating myself for documenting my life and my process, right? But it's still, it's not something that's just going to happen immediately overnight, so that's why we're doing this, sort of get used to the process again, like I said. Not a whole lot of music in this one. Maybe you guys just enjoy the sounds of the outside world, all that, and the beauty in that stuff. This Vons is lots of fun. There's lots of cool folks in this Vons. We have fun. There's this older lady named Laurels, and she's just a hoot. Just every time I see her, it's good laughs and all that stuff. So one of the small things that I'll miss when I move that you don't really think about unless you sort of sit and like document it, right? So again, proof of concept as to like why I'm doing this is for moments like that where small stuff that I otherwise wouldn't have realized that I'll even miss are things that are now going to get documented instead. What else we got going? I guess I probably could have done a little bit of recording at work. I might do that tomorrow, depending on how late it looks like my day is going to go. The video might get recorded at work and then dropped there, just because that'll make my life a little bit easier. But I guess that's also just stepping away from the Red Room Chronicles, which from a aesthetic standpoint, I really like the idea of all of the thumbnails and all of it still being red for this period in my life. But just as far as the actual practical idea of it, where we step away from just the purely artistic side of it and say, okay, well, I need to put out videos every week or every day. Criminy. It's a lot easier to do it when the bar is sort of just create wherever you can and do it wherever you're available. I'll probably also have to start worrying about audio soon and like editing a little bit more, just because right now the process is very sort of just like linear and straightforward, without a whole lot of pauses for actually making sure the content is like quality. I guess is the best way to say it, but that's okay. Like it doesn't need to be immediately quality out of the jump, like we've said multiple times. It just sort of needs to exist, and as long as it exists, then we're working on it, right? Here, really quick, I'm gonna flip you guys. This here, I guess, like usually I'd be like, I can't show you guys my way home, but no one's watching these. This here's Bodega, fun little spot. It's where all the pretty people hang out. My mom used to love this spot. It's where she had her like 50th birthday or like 45th birthday or something. Anyway, that's Bodega. Great spot, good times, fun to had by all. But yeah, another spot that will one day just sort of be a memory. And maybe when I look back at these videos, I hope one day I get to sit down and like with all the people in my life that I've met and like come to love and just watch these videos all back and just sort of like enjoy the moments where I met them, and like hopefully all of it will be documented. And that'd be really cool. I think I'd enjoy that a lot. But one day, as we're watching all these back, I'll get to tell them about that spot. Hopefully because of these videos. And maybe someone will give a shit. Maybe. Who knows? We'll see. We're working on it. We're getting there. This is going to be a good low light test. That's the other thing. It's like this is good like night filming test to see sort of how it all displays and comes through in this lighting. And still, I mean, I know it's not actually as dark as I think it is because I'm wearing sunglasses, and you guys probably think that I'm a bit of a douchebag for that, but it's okay because A, they're prescription, and I didn't bring another set of glasses with me. But B, it also makes sure that everything is still the Red Room. If I do that, you guys are still looking at the Red Room tapes. So maybe that'll be the thumbnail. It's like, here. Beep, beep, beep. Boom. Still red. And that'll be the thumbnail for tonight. Problem solved. Red Room, red vibes, still attained. Another fun little bit, they're not red tonight, but sometimes that house there, maybe it is red in my glass, no, it's purple. Sometimes that spot's red, just like my house is. And I think that we would be friends, but I've never met him because I'm a black man and I can't just walk up to their door and be like, hi, I also have funny lights in my house, because I'm not sure that they'd really give a shit first and foremost, but also I think they might call the police afterwards because, again, just a strange black man appears at your house talking about lights. Most people have some sort of thoughts and opinions about that. But I think this is going to work out perfectly as far as you guys know. Maybe I have a fan and they've watched like all my videos, but probably not because most of my videos have no views. But you know, you guys know I love a 7-minute video, so I've made it to my house, and so this is just going to be the end here, all right? So thank you guys very much for attending another episode of Romance and Banter. We do it crazy style out here. I hope you guys had a good time. Hope you guys enjoyed being taken outside for the first time. And there'll be lots more of it to come. Lots more. Oh, we made it to 8 minutes. This is no longer a 7-minute video. And I could make it a 7-minute video, but you guys know how I feel about editing. We don't do it around these parts. Not for the Red Room Chronicles. Wait, let's get to the Red Room super quick, just so we can officially have made it. And boom, we made it. Red Room Chronicles, episode 6, done. Romance and Banter, thank you for coming. I hope you guys show up again for another episode, because there'll be lots of other episodes. Probably, I assume, right? But yeah, thank you. Have a good rest of your day. And if I don't see you, God, I love that movie. We'll talk about that movie at some point, but The Truman Show, such a good movie. Anyway, adios, goodbye, thanks for coming, deuces.